Thank you for joining us in this exploration of Stoic wisdom. If you appreciate the insights we share, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and comment below with your thoughts. We'd love to hear which principle resonated with you the most. Also, be sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on our latest content. Now, let's dive into today's in-depth discussion of how Stoicism can help us navigate disrespect with grace and wisdom. Disrespect is something we all encounter at various points in our lives. It can leave us feeling frustrated, hurt, and even angry. However, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers us powerful tools to navigate these moments with composure and dignity. At its core, Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control what happens to us, we can control how we respond to it. The Stoics remind us that it's not the external event itself, but rather our interpretation of it, that causes distress. Epictetus famously said that people are disturbed not by things, but by the view they take of them. This means that disrespect, by itself, doesn't have to harm us emotionally. Instead, it's our judgment of the disrespectful behavior that leads to feelings of anger or offense. The next time someone disrespects you, remind yourself that their actions are a reflection of their own thoughts and emotions, not an indication of your value or worth. This perspective can help you stay calm, preventing their disrespect from disrupting your peace of mind. Another crucial aspect of handling disrespect with Stoic wisdom is the practice of self-reflection. The Stoics believed that our inner world, our thoughts and actions, are the only things within our control. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, famously said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When someone disrespects you, it's essential to turn inward and reflect on your own role in the situation. Ask yourself whether there is any truth to what the person said or did, and whether your own actions may have contributed to the conflict. This honest self-examination allows you to see the situation more clearly and respond in a way that aligns with your core values. Self-reflection encourages growth, helping you to learn from difficult experiences rather than being overwhelmed by them. One of the most effective strategies for dealing with disrespect is to take a moment to pause before reacting. In the heat of the moment, it's easy to let our emotions take control, leading to impulsive reactions that we may later regret. Seneca, another prominent Stoic philosopher, cautioned that anger is not only a present evil but that it also becomes a habit if left unchecked. The Stoics believed in the importance of self-control and rationality, especially in emotionally charged situations. When you feel disrespected, instead of reacting immediately, take a brief pause to collect your thoughts. This momentary break allows you to regain control over your emotions and consider a more measured, thoughtful response. By pausing, you give yourself the opportunity to align your actions with the Stoic principles of wisdom and restraint, rather than allowing anger or frustration to dictate your behavior. This approach often leads to more constructive interactions and helps you maintain your composure in difficult situations. Stoicism also teaches us the importance of empathy in dealing with disrespect. Epictetus advised us to seek not the good in external things, but in ourselves, a reminder that the true source of peace and happiness lies within us. However, empathy for others is a critical component of Stoic practice. When someone disrespects you, it's helpful to try to understand their perspective. By putting yourself in their shoes, you may realize that their behavior is not a personal attack, but rather a reflection of their own insecurities, fears, or ignorance. Practicing empathy allows you to respond with kindness and understanding, rather than anger or defensiveness. It can also help you avoid taking their words or actions too personally, which in turn reduces your emotional distress. Stoicism emphasizes the interconnectedness of humanity, and by empathizing with others, you not only cultivate compassion but also strengthen your own emotional resilience. At the heart of Stoic philosophy is the belief in cultivating virtue, which includes qualities like wisdom, courage, and justice. Stoics believed that living in accordance with virtue is the highest good, and that everything else, including wealth, status, or even the opinions of others, should be considered indifferent. When faced with disrespect, Stoicism encourages us to focus on acting in accordance with our virtues rather than reacting emotionally. This doesn't mean that we should passively accept disrespect or tolerate bad behavior. Instead, we should respond in a way that reflects our commitment to virtue. By concentrating on virtue, we can rise above the pettiness of disrespect and remain true to our values. This approach not only helps us maintain our dignity and integrity, but it also allows us to grow as individuals, even in the face of adversity. One of the most liberating teachings of Stoicism is the concept of acceptance, particularly when it comes to things outside of our control. Epictetus advised that we should not grieve for the things we don't have but instead rejoice in what we do have. This wisdom is especially relevant when dealing with disrespect, which is often something beyond our control. We can't change how others behave, but we can control how we respond to them. By accepting that disrespect is a part of life, and focusing on what we can control, our own thoughts, feelings, and actions, we can maintain our inner peace. Acceptance doesn't mean passively enduring mistreatment, rather, it means recognizing that we cannot change others' behavior and choosing to focus on our own growth and well-being. This mindset allows us to navigate disrespect with grace, avoiding unnecessary anger and frustration. Humor can also be a powerful tool in coping with disrespect. Seneca once said, "You have mastered yourself when you know what not to take seriously." While Stoicism is often associated with serious self-discipline, it also recognizes the value of humor as a means of keeping our emotional balance. When faced with disrespect, a well-timed joke or witty remark can diffuse tension and prevent the situation from escalating. Humor helps us take a step back from the intensity of our emotions, allowing us to see the situation in a lighter, more manageable way. Of course, humor should be used appropriately and not at the expense of others, but when applied thoughtfully, it can turn a potentially negative interaction into a more positive and peaceful one. Setting clear boundaries is another important aspect of dealing with disrespect in a Stoic manner. Stoicism teaches that while we should be tolerant and compassionate, we should also have the courage to stand up for ourselves when necessary. Being a Stoic doesn't mean being a doormat. Instead, it means having the strength to assert yourself calmly and respectfully. When someone disrespects you, it's important to communicate what behavior is acceptable and what is not. By setting clear and reasonable boundaries, you protect your own dignity and self-respect without resorting to anger or retaliation. Stoicism teaches us to be firm in our convictions while maintaining our composure, ensuring that we remain in control of our actions and emotions. Forgiveness is another key principle in Stoic philosophy. When someone disrespects us, it's easy to hold on to feelings of anger or resentment. However, the Stoics believe that forgiveness is not a favor to the other person, but rather a gift to ourselves. By choosing to forgive, we free ourselves from the burden of negative emotions that only serve to harm us. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning bad behavior or forgetting what happened. It simply means letting go of the emotional baggage that comes with holding a grudge. In this way, forgiveness becomes an act of self-care, allowing us to move forward with inner peace and clarity. The Stoics believe that we should focus on what we can control, our own actions and emotions, and let go of what we cannot, including the behavior of others. By choosing to forgive, we reclaim our emotional freedom and open ourselves up to personal growth. Finally, Stoicism teaches us to change our perspective when faced with disrespect. Marcus Aurelius said, "Our life is what our thoughts make it," reminding us that we have the power to shape our experiences through the lens of our perspective. When someone disrespects us, it can feel like a big deal in the moment. However, by taking a step back and viewing the situation from a broader perspective, we can see that most instances of disrespect are minor and temporary. They don't define our worth or have a lasting impact on our lives. Often, disrespect is a reflection of the other person's issues, not ours. By shifting our perspective, we can choose to ignore the slight, learn from it, or forgive it, rather than letting it weigh us down. This broader view helps us focus on what truly matters, our goals, values, and virtues, rather than getting caught up in the pettiness of disrespect. Changing our perspective allows us to keep our cool and respond wisely, living a more fulfilling and peaceful life. In summary, Stoicism offers us a powerful framework for dealing with disrespect in a way that preserves our inner peace and fosters personal growth. By keeping calm, reflecting on ourselves, learning to pause, practicing empathy, focusing on virtue, accepting what we cannot control, using humor, setting boundaries, choosing forgiveness, and changing our perspective, we can navigate disrespect with wisdom and grace. These principles not only help us cope with difficult situations but also empower us to live in alignment with our highest values. Thank you for watching, and we hope these Stoic insights will help you face life's challenges with greater resilience. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content on ancient wisdom, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Stay strong, and see you in the next video.